Hey fam, welcome back to my channel. It's Jasmine and I'm back with another video. Today's video, I'm finally able to say I'm hanging up this wood slatted wall. I've been wanting to do this for a while and I kind of ran into a couple hiccups along the way. And so today I finally was able to get one. So that's what I'm going to share with you guys in this video. Come along. And I also was able to upgrade my round mirror, which I told you guys about also in my last video. So let's jump in. So as you guys know, I try to shop as much as possible secondhand when it's things that I don't mind getting secondhand. So I did look for a round mirror in the size that I wanted on Facebook Marketplace, but they were all really far away and they weren't really worth the price to drive to get them. So I just went down to Hobby Lobby in hopes that I would come across a really great deal for a mirror in the size like between 30 inches to 36 inches. Obviously, I had to walk around and look at the art and all the different things while I was there on my way to go find the mirrors. There were so many cute art pieces, but none of them really felt like they would go in my space, so I didn't get anything, but I definitely had a good time looking through them. These are 50% off, and I really love the way these look. And I think they have a couple different kinds. Like they're slightly different. They're a little small for what I would need, but these are super cute if anybody's looking for a smaller size wall art. So it'd be like $26. So at first when I was looking through the mirrors, I saw this round one, which seemed like what I needed, for $74.99. And I thought that was a little bit much, but I was willing to pay because that's kind of the range that I was seeing them in. And then I spotted this one from behind. I didn't see it at first, but when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, $54.99. This was the perfect price, and this was the exact mirror I was looking for. Thin black frame and 36 inches. I also just wanted to share this one with you guys because it's a very large, wide arch mirror and it's $124.99, which is a great price. I don't need one, but in case anyone's looking for one. And another random thing that I really love is this pillow. When it's 50% off, it's like 15 bucks. Isn't it so cute? I don't know what I would use it for. Maybe like a kid's room or like a themed house or something. But super cute. They don't have the biggest pillow selection, but they've got some cute things. I feel like this would be a cute lumbar on a bed. So really love these. I love pottery. I love looking at pottery everywhere I go. Hobby Lobby is no exception. They have some really great pieces that you can use for potted plants or even just shelf decor as well. It's definitely still pricey for some of these larger ones. Like this one was $70 with the 50% off. But definitely if it's in your budget, it's a great piece. But the smaller ones are super low prices and really great for shelf decor, table decor, you know, whatever you have to style. And when they're 50% off is really the time to go and stock up. guys know that I'd gone down to Anaheim last week to try to get this wood slatted wall. When I got there, they told me that they were sold out of the color that I wanted, and I had to wait another week to get it. So then I messaged them this week so I could go pick it up, and she was like, actually, we still don't have it, and I don't know when we're gonna get it in, hopefully by next week. So I was like, this is not good communication, and it also was kind of like, I'm not sure if they're ever gonna get more of them or if they even really know when they're coming. So I decided to look for some other options. I checked around on Facebook Marketplace to see if there was one that I could pick up somewhere nearby, but there wasn't really. And so I ended up going with one from Amazon. So I ordered this one, and I actually really love the way that it turned out. So I'm excited to show it to you guys. But I wasn't sure. With online, it's always hard to know for sure. But the cool thing was, since I had gotten those samples from last week, I was able to kind of utilize what I knew about the colors that I wanted and implement that when I was choosing the color for this slatted wall from the Amazon option. So I did opt for a darker stained wood. I really wanted that contrast to be in this room because everything feels very light, beige and cream and white. And so I really wanted something that could stand out and kind of pull this island over to the other side of the room, just incorporating that dark wood. And so I'm excited that this actually really did that. So I placed my order on Amazon, and it took a few days to get here, but it was really quick shipping. So I will link this wood slatted wall that I used down below in the description box in case any of you guys want to try this at home. It is so simple if you have a saw, or if your wall dimensions are already the dimensions that they sell them, then it would be even easier. But honestly, I took a chance. I'm not the best at using power tools, but you'll see in this video that I didn't let that stop me from trying. Some wood slats, so I ended up ordering them on Amazon, but I'm really excited to cut them. So I'm gonna do it here inside. Don't judge me. To be honest, I just don't feel like being outside. It's not an outside day, it's an inside day. You guys, I'm stressing out, so not stressing out, let me not say that. I just tried to cut with my jigsaw. I did like a practice cut on a piece of wood. It was so janky. For some reason, I never can cut straight, and I know it's supposed to be super easy, but I just like, it doesn't work out that way, so, yeah. So it is what it is. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna try to use this miter saw, which I've never used a miter saw before. I don't even know how hard it will be to like balance this on the miter saw because it's so long. But I have a feeling it'll just be easier to get a clean cut that way, or else the odds of me getting a clean cut are slim to none. They are very low chances. So, but here we are. It's a learning experience. I'm figuring it out. You guys come along with me as I figure it out. Honestly, I don't even have that much to cut. Like, it's literally like an inch and, what is it? An inch and 3/4, if that. So it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's not a big deal. And the best part, oops, maybe 2 3/4. The best part is, honestly, if this cut isn't perfect, this part will go at the bottom anyway. So I'm not like so worried about it. But hopefully the goal is to get it right. The goal is to get it right because I want it to work out. But if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. I think I have to tell myself that because I would never, I would never try if I didn't say that to myself. Okay, we've got a cut. Let's see. I'm gonna plug this saw in. I don't know if I should mark all of them. 92 3/4. Okay. You guys, I don't do power tools. Like, every time I've tried to use just my regular super small jigsaw, like, I've had the biggest issues and I can't cut a straight line and it's so crazy. I actually was like sharing the process on Instagram because I thought that would give me courage as I was doing it, or like keep me accountable to keep trying even though I was having a hard time, which it kind of did in some ways. But it just was like, it's just weird. I don't know. So anyway, my boyfriend had brought me this miter saw from our church so I could borrow it and just try it out. And that honestly was so much easier because the cut is already straight and you just kind of like, it's so intimidating and scary because it's such a big saw. But I really loved using it a lot better just because it was a lot easier, you know? So anyway, I might actually invest in getting a miter saw for myself and starting to try to do bigger projects, but we'll see. Okay, so I haven't hung them, but I put them in place so far, and I love the way it's looking. It's so good. But I think what I'm gonna do, so they come with this little extra black piece so that they make sense when they go together. So on one side there's not one, and then on the inside there is one. So what I'm gonna do is I cut these ones facing this way, and then I'm gonna cut these ones with the black piece on this side. That way I don't have to remove it at the end, and they can just kind of like meet in the corner there, so the like wood doesn't overlap. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense in my mind. So I'm gonna cut them the opposite way. So like where this was the top and the black piece was on the inside, I'll flip it over and cut it opposite on this side. Yay! I'm so excited. I can't believe I'm doing this. The best feeling when you conquer something that like you think you can't do or you're afraid to do, and then you do it and you're like, actually it's not that bad, and I want to make more stuff. Like after cutting this, it just like empowered me to want to create more things that I can cut with a miter saw. I think because it's so massive and like it just feels scarier than it actually is. But honestly, I feel like that's life. Like there's so many things that appear a little bit more intimidating than they actually are. So when it came to securing these to the wall, it was super simple. Honestly, they pretty much can stand up almost on their own. So I really just used 2 screws. I didn't need wall anchors or anything. They're very lightweight, easy to hang on the wall, almost like a light piece of art. The only thing that I did have to be mindful of and readjust is to make sure that all the slats were completely pushed next to each other and there was no gaps or spaces in between, especially in that corner. Then I just grabbed this can of paint I already had of Rust-Oleums where I could paint my screws so they don't stand out, they just kind of blend in with the black felt. Also, side note, 10 out of 10, do not recommend doing any kind of woodwork inside. It was definitely super dusty and took me a while to clean up. However, I think I was just super afraid to work with a saw, and being inside of my house made me feel somewhat more like safe or comfortable. And so it's what I needed to do to get myself to try. wall so much. I love the way that it turned out. You guys let me know in the comments what you think about it, how you feel like it looks. Honestly, I'm low-key obsessed. So at this point, I'm kind of just at a place where I need to figure out what art I want to do on this wall. I think everything else is pretty much done. I might just do a little bit of like touch-up things that I want to change. But other than that, I feel like overall, this living room is pretty much where I want it to be, at least for now. But I just need to make sure that I have the right art. So I don't know. We'll see. I have this canvas that I painted with like cement. And so it has like a cool like abstract art on it. And it's kind of like has some movement to it in different shapes. So that might be cool to break up all the vertical lines in this room. I don't want to do a circle because I have the circle mirror already on the other wall, so it feels like that would be too many circles. So I'm thinking either something with a unique shape, something that's like a half circle, kind of like the little piece that I put up there now, but something maybe a little bit bigger and more full. Or I've been wanting to do a rug tapestry somewhere, so maybe I can find, I just haven't found one that I really love yet. So we'll see, we'll see. I know I've gotten some suggestions, but now that we see it coming together a little bit more, considering shape and all that stuff, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the art. I will be sharing the final reveal of this whole living room pretty soon, and I will also be sharing my Christmas decor, so stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspired you to try something new. Obviously, I'm not the best with power tools, and I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone to try new things and do things that I don't usually do to get the results that I want to. And that's something that even I've been learning just in my walk with the Lord. This is like, I want new things. I want to go to new places and new levels in Christ. And so there are things that have to drop off and fears that have to drop off so that I can go to the places that he's calling me to. And so that's my encouragement to you guys. It's actually something that I heard recently in a Bible study, was that someone gave the example of a rocket ship going into space, and once they hit a certain altitude, there's parts of the rocket ship that actually have to fall off so that it can reach the next level. And he was kind of just comparing that to us, and like sometimes there are things that we had that we needed to get us to where we are now, but they have to fall away for us to get to the next level that we're supposed to go to. So I hope that encourages you guys. I hope you guys get out there and try something new, something that you've been afraid to conquer. And I feel like, I honestly feel way more powerful now that I've done that than I did before I did it. So I don't know, take that how you will. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. As always, keep spreading the love and light, and I will catch you on the next one. I don't fit into your box.